Hello, once again, we are live from the Paris Motor Show. I have been joined here by Mathias Jens. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, we're going to talk about e-mobility because it is the #1 topic throughout the entire show, isn't it?
It is the topic. I mean, really, you can tell. There's nothing else on the show that is really important.
Now, here on the Mercedes stand, there are 3 different sort of types, so to speak. We're going to talk about the plug-in hybrid. Now, what are the advantages of having the plug-in hybrid model?
I mean, first of all, there's this 3-pillar strategy from Mercedes-Benz, saying you have these conventional cars, and then, of course, you have our beautiful electric cars coming up, plus, of course, hybrid cars. Like you can see the entire fleet here, 8 different models that we have currently. And the advantage is that you have a normal car, like our customers are used to have these cars, plus you can drive electrically with these cars. And that's the main benefit of these cars at the moment.
And what about the plug-in hybrid in particular, out of the 3 different strands?
I mean, there's nothing changing for our customers because they have their Mercedes as you used to have it, with all the comfort, all the features, all the comfort that you see out there, plus the electricity in the car, which brings you electric from 1 to B, and you can do cool things like do a preconditioning on the car, so you set the EC on a certain temperature, and then you drive in the right temperature from the start, which is a very cool feature. Plus the car decides on its own when to drive electric and when to use the combustion engine. A very cool feature.
Okay, now this is your chance to, promote Mercedes. There are a lot of electric vehicles here throughout the motor show. What makes the Mercedes e-mobility stand even more outstanding?
I mean, look at this entire fleet. We have electric cars already in the market, and we just introduced the new smart fleet, plus the show car from the EQ brand, which is coming up. And then, of course, our fleet of already 8 different plug-in hybrid models that our customers just don't need to flip the model. They just pick their Mercedes, and this Mercedes can now drive also electric. And that's the biggest benefit of our fleet right now. And there's no differentiation in comfort, nothing that they have to learn differently with the cars. That's the cool thing.
Now, something that seems to be drawing the crowds in, so to speak, would definitely be the concept car at the end there. Can you tell us a little bit about the powertrain behind that?
I mean, the concept car is a whole new area for Mercedes-Benz, of course, combining a platform from Mercedes-Benz and put that on a whole new level that we can go into each and every segment building electric cars.
Okay, now while we're over here, actually, we're going to stand by the wall here, the power charging wall, because I think this is a really important part.
I mean,
without it, they wouldn't go.
Of course, you need to recharge an electric car, and that's as easy and as comfortable with Mercedes-Benz as everything else is as well. With that beautiful designed wall box here, you can recharge a plug-in hybrid, for instance, in less than 2 hours or 1 to 1.5 hours. Just back to be fully loaded. So that's the cool feature about that, and it's just as easy as plugging your car in and out. You just drive in your garage, flip the plug, and then you put it back in, and that's it. I mean, as easy as it could be, recharging the battery of the car in safety and comfort, and all you need just to be sure that your car drives electric again.
Now, we're here by this rather snazzy electric box. Do you need to get one of these if you get one of these?
I actually have one at home, so I'm very excited about that. It's a very cool feature because you just drive back in your garage, plug the car in, and with easy installation, it's all good.
And do you need to have one of those, though? Or
no, of course not. You can recharge our cars on a household socket as well. But of course, if you want to go faster and if you want to go more comfortable, you choose one of those wall boxes at home just to make sure that your car is faster, recharged.
And what about when you're out and about? Because I think that's where most people are concerned.
I mean, there's a standard socket in the car, so you can recharge wherever. There's a loading station outside. You can recharge the car over there and just recharge the car wherever you go. And if there is just a household socket, just use that. It's as easy as that.
And let's face it, with the amount of electric vehicles we're seeing at the motor show, there is going to be charging stations all over the place soon, isn't there?
I think that's, if the future is electric, and that's of course what we see, then there will be an infrastructure of charging stations all over the place.
Okay, come with me, Mathias, because we've got a model over here, and I think it's quite interesting to see actually what happens underneath the bodywork here. So can you talk us through this?
Of course I can. I mean, the cool thing about plug-in hybrids is the combination of a combustion engine in the car and an electric powertrain. So what you see here basically all in white is the conventional car as you used to see it on the roads. You have the combustion engine in the front, and then you have the transmission driving the car on the rear axle here. And in between the combustion engine and the transmission is our electric motor, which brings efficiency and a huge torque on the electric side. Now, the battery for driving the car is then in the back, well integrated, so there is nothing what the customer needs to feel differently with the car. So you have your trunk, and you don't feel and see the electric engine in the car. So well integrated, and that's what the customers want to see from Mercedes-Benz, of course.
And does it take up much space?
No, not really. I mean, the battery must go somewhere. That's a given. But we try, of course, to use as less space as possible in the car. And we found out that the trunk space at the moment for the concept that we have is the best place to integrate the battery in the car.
And what about weight? Because I know we're always trying to keep our cars lightweight. How do you tackle that with a big fat battery?
I mean, of course, we try to find the best balance between the weight of the battery and the range of electric driving for the cars. At this time we are at 30 kilometers of range with the plug-in hybrids, and we are going to be up at 50 kilometers in the near future, and using as little battery as necessary for exactly that, to have a small battery well integrated in the car using just a little space.
Now, Mathias, while we've got you here, I want a little bit of inside scoop. If you could pick just one of these cars, because there is an amazing fleet here, which one would you pick? Only one?
Of course, the latest model is our beautiful E-Class 350e. The latest one that we have out there, you have a range of over 30 kilometers of electric range, 65 kilowatts of electric power. And I've driven it by myself, and it really drives like a sports car if you want. On the other hand, you can drive as quiet as you drive an electric car. That's super cool. And the car decides on its own when to drive electrically. That's amazing.
It is. They've got a mind of their own.
Yes, they have.
Matthias, thank you so much for chatting to us. There we go, a little insight into the amazing e-mobility fleet here at the Paris Motor Show. It really is the talk of the show. We're going to be here all weekend, actually, with some live action for you. So make sure you keep an eye on the Facebook page, and we'll keep you entertained, hopefully.
Thank you very much.
See you soon.